Hey, welcome back to Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. Sorry, I've been haven't had a video out yesterday. Been caught with the flu. I'm still a little bit stuffy here, but I want to push out two videos today. This one, and there's going to be another one after this, which is something to do with Marvel. But for this one, it is about Zack Snyder. He's been sharing a lot of his ideas on Vero, right, and sharing a lot of what a lot of people figured, but he's actually had to explain it this time to fans. And not to bloggers or anything. He's not explaining. People, fans are asking him questions, and so he's replying to them. No big deal. But Zack Snyder has been sharing his own ideas, and this one is may be the most controversial yet, maybe. On Viral, Snyder was asked, "What makes you think that's Jason Todd?" when a fan asked about the quick scene of Bruce Wayne staring at the Robin costume. Another fan then got behind the idea that the dead Robin was Dick Grayson, questioning if Wayne would even bring another Robin after that. Snyder seemed to agree, saying that it would make Bruce even darker, before quoting the line from Batman v Superman about 20 years of Gotham. And he said this, it would make Bruce even darker, 20 years in Gotham, we know what promises are worth. Now I know what you're thinking, but Chris McKay is working on a Nightwing movie that features Dick Grayson. But the thing is to remember is that they had no idea they were going to make a Nightwing movie when they were making Batman v Superman. Zack Snyder thought it'd be fun to kill Jimmy Olsen, so maybe he liked the idea of Dick Grayson being dead too. The truth is, we may never know for sure which Robin that was. That's the problem with the DC Extended Universe. Warner Brothers never stuck to a plan the way Marvel has for the last 10 years. Both Batman v Superman and Justice League said that Wonder Woman gave up on mankind for 100 years, and Gal Gadot has already said that she doesn't agree with that backstory, and that it will be ignored in her Wonder Woman movies going forward. They constantly change and just go with the flow. That makes it harder for fans to follow the rules of the DCEU. It's impossible to look at every decision and have it connect or make sense to choices that come later. So that is coming from BatmanNews.com. That was an article he wrote based upon some Vero talk on Zack Snyder has done. And we all know the connections between the religious parts of it, which is fantastic. But this is interesting in itself. And a lot of people are kind of like, what? Dick Grayson would have died? And I remember there was a tombstone, right? And a lot of you remember too. There was a tombstone shot. People thought it was Photoshop, but apparently it was in a trailer. At least that's what Stephen M. Colbert says. It was in a trailer, but not in the movie. I gotta go back and I gotta go check that out. But it said Richard Grayson as on the tombstone where he died, and that was probably a nightmare sequence. So maybe it didn't really happen, but we'll never know for sure because, like Batman News has said, that has come and gone. They've totally changed that aspect of it. Even though Justice League, by the way, I just want a little bit on Gal Gadot. In Justice League, she did mention she kind of gave up on it. Like, well, Bruce Wayne said, "Why'd you come out? Why did you hide? You've been hiding for 100 years now." So that actually came to fruition. So I don't know what's up with that, but maybe Wonder Woman 2 will see something different. But looks like they're not keeping to the timeline as per se. So Chris McKay is maybe working at Nightwing, maybe, depending on. I gotta say, it's depending on what direction Walter Hamada is going into now. Are they going back towards what Zack Snyder had implied, or are they moving forward as if nothing had happened? A lot of people believe they love to see him move forward and with Zack Snyder's vision. And I had no problems with that. And a lot of people are like, how can you do that? How can you love something? Like, how can you be a fan of Christopher Reeve, Superman, and Jimmy Olsen, and seeing that Jimmy Olsen dies in that, and disrespecting him, and the Robins and stuff like that? Now, you gotta come on. When I first started Man of Steel, I automatically knew this is a different Superman, right? I automatically knew this is a different universe than what we've got in the comics and what we've got to before. I was already accept that. It's in between movie and all of a sudden they change directions, right? It was the first. It was the origin. Batman v Superman was a sequel. Justice League was half a sequel. So I was okay to go on the ride to figure out where is he taking this. And when he was going to do Dark Knight Returns, he was going to do a Dark Knight Returns version of Batman, and that's what we got. We got an older Batman. He was at the end of his days. He was probably going to die in the Justice League either part 1 or part 2 or something like that, some self-sacrifice. But of all those years, and 20 years, there could have been a Jason Todd or Dick Grayson. They could have all gone and died away. This is the ending of the Batman days. Yes, it's different from the comics because Superman is a lot younger, but it's the direction that Zack Snyder's vision would have gone. And like I said, it was finite. I gotta believe what he had in mind was a finite, limited series. It's kind of like that TV series I'm watching right now called The Terror. It's not going to go for season after season after season. There's only one season, I think so, because the book is only like this big, and that's it. We're done. We're not going to keep going on like Walking Dead. We're not going to keep going on like the other movies and stuff. It would have ended. It would have been like Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, where it had a beginning and it had an end, and that's where it's going to go. And I was up for that. I was totally up for that. I didn't need it to keep going on and going on, going on. But that's the direction that Warner Brothers Studios wants to do. They want to go. They want to have that Marvel Cinematic Universe. They want it to be that. They want to have a universe. And they want to keep it going and going and going. And so that came the problem. Their mind of thinking was not in conjunction with what Zack Snyder was thinking. Zack Snyder, I really truly believe, was a finite thing. And if Dick Grayson was dead in that, then Dick Grayson was dead in that. And then when they reboot the series with a new direction, with the cinematic universe, and they can do whatever they want with that. But I really believe, and I was okay with that, seeing Batman Bruce Wayne at the end of his days, meaning that whole history was gone. I don't know if someone's going to pick that up and say this is what happened before Batman v Superman, before Man of Steel. They could have happened as well. It seemed like they were going there showing that Wonder Woman was a prequel, Aquaman maybe a sequel or a prequel. I don't know. I think it's a sequel. Well, parts prequel, and it would have had that happen. But now they're going to move forward. They kind of have a little reset, which I believe was Justice League, in the way of making that lighter tone and things like that. Batman was a little bit more hopeful, not so suicidal, not so negative. It's a totally different world now after Justice League, and it remains to be seen if Walter Hamada continues the way this movie is set out. These movies are set out in terms of how does it connect back to Batman v Superman of Steel, or just connect a little bit from Justice League, and then we'll just move on from there. We'll just keep continuing to evolve this cinematic universe as like it's an infinite universe. Like it'll just keep on going and going, episodic in nature. I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that, to see that happen. I think it's going to be less episodic though, as opposed to Marvel, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But what Zack Snyder was doing with this series, I really truly wanted to see it come all the way to the end. Wanted to see what that entire vision would look like, and hopefully we get something from it soon. In fact, today, not only the fans want to release the Snyder Cut, I think even Ray Fisher wants it, and apparently a fan, Akil DC, oh my god, it's on my phone, I don't know your name, I'm sorry, but you had the shirt, it says, I need the Snyder Cut. You walked up right to Ezra Miller and he signed your things, and he said, like you implied, he said that I like your shirt, I like your hairstyle, but I like your shirt. That means he approves. He also needs the Snyder Cut, and I think we all do. I believe the Snyder Cut is probably very long and probably has Justice League Part 1 and Part 2 engraved within it. I don't know. That's just my hopes and dreams anyway. Alright guys, that's it for DC Extended Universe news, or Zack Snyder news for today. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll probably put this up whenever you see this. It will probably be earlier than you see most. And then if you want to, check out my Marvel Infinity War first 20 minutes video coming right up. Alright guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I'll see you later. Bye.